Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So this foundation review, well, I guess I should say today's video is going to be a foundation review. So today's foundation review is actually spur of the moment because I was just reviewing actually the Giorgio Armani Power Fabric foundation. I was just talking about, you know, the stuff that I do before I apply the foundation. I was just doing that, and then I started applying the foundation and I was like, this is way too dark for me. So I'm gonna have to send that back and just postpone that review, because when I was swatching it on my hand and in my bathroom, it actually looked like it matched me, but once I got in front of these lights, it was way too not my skin tone. So today's foundation review is going to be on the Pur Cosmetics 4-in-1 Skin Perfecting Foundation. Now, I went to Ulta last night and got this foundation because I returned my Smashbox Studio Skin Foundation because it had flashback, and I just did a first impressions review. So this is the update that the foundation has flashback. I tested it 4 different times and with different primers underneath and without a primer altogether, and that foundation has flashback. It's a really nice foundation, but it has flashback. So I returned that, and then I saw this and I was like, I think I saw a post about the Pur Cosmetics Bare It All foundation. Now, because this is spur of the moment, I have my laptop right here to give you guys some of the information that I give you guys normally in my foundation reviews, and I would have already had the information if I would have known that I was filming this review, but you know. So a few things about this foundation is that it's a 12-hour demi matte foundation, and it also claims that it's one of those foundations that corrects problem areas over time, so you can confidently bare it all, because you know the foundation is called Bare It All. Now, when I swatched this foundation in store, this is one of the things that I liked about it, is that when I swatched it in store, it didn't oxidize. Like when I was walking around, it stayed the color that it was, and also it has a yellow undertone, so pretty much matched me perfectly. So I'm excited about that, to put it on my face and see how different it is, because sometimes when you swatch it versus when it's on your face, it's a totally different story. So it also says that the foundation will not fade, quit, or crumble under any condition you may face throughout the day. Has anybody experienced a foundation crumbling up on them? If you have, let me know down in the comments, because that has never happened to me, and that would scare me if that ever happened to me. And this foundation is paraben free according to the website, and it's vegan, and it's gluten free, and it's BPA free. It says this container is free of bisphenol A. Now, I don't know what that is, but I will find a definition right here so you guys know what that is while I scroll and find other stuff to talk about. Oh, let's look at the ingredients to see. One thing that stands out to me is that it does have dimethicone in it, which is a silicone, so it's going to help blur your skin. And it's the second ingredient, so that means that it should do a lot to blur your skin, or at least a significant amount, because if it's higher up on the list, then it has more of it in it. I also see that it has retinol, which helps with skin aging and with acne. Lactic acid, I think, also is good for the skin. It does have silica in it, and some stuff with silica can cause flashbacks, so I will test the foundation with flash photography to see if it has flashback. Last thing, that this foundation is designed for the face and the body, so that's cool. Now, it does say for application directions to use the Skin Perfecting foundation brush. When I was getting this foundation, I saw the brush, and I want to say it was $30. That's a lot of money to dish out for this foundation, especially for me, for somebody that changes what I'm wearing all the time. I don't personally want to do something like that because that's a huge investment. But if you're not the kind of person that changes your foundation all the time, then you may want to pair this with the brush that they say comes with it, but it is an investment. This foundation expiration date is a year, and it does have 1.5 fluid ounces, which is more than the usual amount. The usual amount is 1 fluid ounce. It also says on the box to allow product to dry thoroughly before coming in contact with clothing. So by them saying that, that makes me think that if I let it dry, then it shouldn't transfer, but you know. So I shook up the foundation, and I'm now going to put it on the back of my hand. This is the amount that I put on my hand, probably a lot. I might not need all of this. That's one of the downsides to having a foundation with the squeezies, because you can't put it back in there. I don't think you're supposed to do that anyway. Don't listen to me. I think that's unsanitary, but It has an interesting smell. It kind of smells like a spa almost. Starting point for applying this foundation is 7:30. I know y'all probably like, why are you awake? Got stuff to do. Got stuff to do. So this side I'm using the Black Beauty Blender, and on this side I'm using the Sigma 3D HD Kabuki brush. The reason why I use two different tools is because if you just have a beauty blender, I want to show you how the foundation does, or if you just have a brush, I want to show you how the foundation does. That's why I use two different things, in case you were wondering. So let's blend this side in. I do think I used a lot of foundation. So this foundation is very sticky. I think that goes with them saying wait till it dries before coming in contact with clothing. So as far as the application between the brush and the beauty blender, I think they both look identical as far as the finish of it, but easiness of blending, I think I like the beauty blender better because as it was starting to dry, the brush was dragging my skin. Like I said, it is a bit sticky and the beauty blender was just pressing it into my skin. I'm going to quickly do the flash test. I'm going to post the picture that I just took. I will say that it does have a little flashback. From sitting here and kind of waiting for the foundation to dry, it actually has not dried all the way. It's still sticky, but I am noticing that the foundation is starting to look a little bit orange. It may not be picking up on camera, but in person, orange rather than yellow from when I first put it on. So this next part of the video is going to be the get ready with me part. I'm going to add concealer and set my face. So just keep on watching. So I just finished applying the rest of my makeup, but I can already tell you that if you have oily skin, this is probably not the foundation for you, just because I'm already looking kind of dewy and the foundation never sets. I did try to set it with my face powder, with the Makeup Forever Pro Finish powder, but it still looks dewy to me, which is nice. You know, it's nice to have a dewy foundation. Even if you have oily skin, it's nice to have one in your collection. I wouldn't say this foundation is anywhere near matte. I think one of the descriptions of the foundation was a demi matte, and I can touch my face and the foundation still is sticky. I don't really see a lot of the foundation on my hands, but my face is still sticky, so I don't think it dries down really. So far I think the foundation is okay. For oily skin, it isn't the best choice, but the foundation is still okay. I will definitely keep you guys updated throughout the day on the where and when I start getting oily, because I'm almost there already and it's only been an hour, almost an hour, and I'm kind of already getting oily a little bit. Dewy, I guess, would make it sound better. But anyway, so I will see you guys in the first check-in. Okay, so I'm on campus in the business building and I need to do a check-in. It is 10:44 a.m. so it's been a little over, like 15 minutes over 3 hours, and the foundation is still the same as when I first started. I'm dewy and my smile lines, I would say, have creased. They have creased, not super bad, but they've creased, and I'm still dewy like I just said, so not that much of an update. I'm headed across the way to actually meet with my mother because my mother is on campus for a business meeting because she is a teacher. I'm letting y'all little by little into my life, but yeah, she's a teacher, so I'm going over there to say hey and eat because I'm getting free food. So yeah, I'll see you guys in my next check-in. All right, hey guys, so it is 5:06 p.m. That means it's been about 9.5 hours. The reason why there's such a big block of time that's missing, I had lunch and then I had class and I just didn't have time to film. And I didn't honestly really think there was that much of an update because I have some bad news. It really isn't bad what I'm about to say, but I have decided that I'm going to return this foundation tomorrow just because I don't think it's something that I would grab, because the foundation shade, it may not be coming across on camera, but the foundation shade is not the same. My face is a darker orange tone and then my body has like a bit of, you know, like a skin yellowish to it, and the foundation color color just does not look nice with my skin. And on top of that, I'm really oily, and before I even left the house I was starting to look a bit greasy. So I think if you have dry skin, that you should at least give it a try to see how it works for you, to see if they have a shade that really does match you. But if you have oily skin, I would not recommend this foundation for purchase. I really don't recommend this foundation, and I really hate to say that because I know they probably worked really hard on creating this foundation, but it just didn't work for me and my skin tone and my skin type. So I will be returning it tomorrow. I urge you to try this out if you have dry skin. Not ending on a downer. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure that you subscribe to keep yourself updated on my new videos, and I promise I'll see you guys next time. Bye guys.